Hey guys, Zach and Wheeler here, and welcome back to another video. And today we're doing, should metal be involved in relationships? Now, this is a concept I've been bouncing around my head for a while, and to some extent, I have a couple answers. I have for the side of yes, I have for the side of no. I have my opinion, I have men's reactions to metalhead women, women's reactions to metalhead men, and then I have my recommended album for the end of the video. The reason I started writing that down is due to the fact that I forget band names and album names. So let's get right into this. Yes points. So this is why metal shouldn't be. Shouldn't, sorry. I believe that it should be to the extent that it's a common interest, especially if you're somebody heavily into metal, like very much so. You should have it as a common point, because then you know you'll have something to talk about. Now, should that be your only point? No. 2, it makes it easier to find places to go, because if you both like metal and it's like, hey, there's a concert coming up, I know you like this band, want to go? Usually the answer is going to be yes, depending on the prices. I don't really go to expensive concerts myself. I mean, the Mayhem one was expensive, but that's because I got the last 2 tickets. And I still didn't get to see it. Stupid fucking proof. Another yes point gives you something to talk about and share. 4, common interest, once again. Common interest, you guys will know what to talk about. You guys will know what to give each other. But it's a common point. My no points. To some extent, I believe it shouldn't be, because then that's the only reason you like somebody. Just because of their taste in music, it's not going to be healthy. It's not going to be a healthy relationship. That's going to be something very bad. That's going to be something very... It's not going to be good. It's not bad to start with that as an interest, but you should get to know them more, not just always be focused on their musical taste. You should be focused on other things they like. Movies, TV shows, hobbies, you know? It helps, and see if they like any music outside of metal, because most metalheads, well, there's some that don't, but majority of metalheads like some music outside of metal, whether it be rock, punk, pop, or other things, industrial, you know, rap. It all depends. My opinion is kind of down the middle, honestly. For me, I kind of believe that I should kind of be, or I believe that people should kind of be, because if you have a huge passion for metal, and you're with somebody you can't talk about with it, it's going to be hard. That's why I kind of started up this channel. I love to talk about metal music, and I talk about it with people, but it's like, there's so much I want to say, and so much I want to talk about, it's like, to some extent people are starting to be like, okay, calm down for a second. You know, and I just want to talk about metal because it's something that heavily interests me. Now I talk to people who have a slight interest in metal. I can talk about them for a little bit, but like nobody knows about like black metal and shit. So I mean, starting up this channel is a positive for that matter. But yeah, I believe that it kind of should be, because it gives you something to talk about. If you both have a huge passion for it, there's something you both love besides each other. First and foremost, you should love each other the most. Think about that. Now, men's reactions to metalhead women. I briefly went over this in another video. I know it was recent. I forgot which video it was though. I believe it was actually women in heavy metal. But you get one of 2 reactions. You get the guys who are like, flaunting, like, oh yeah, I like metal too, blah blah blah, trying to get with them because they believe this, that, and the other about them. They believe that the relationship's going to be better if they like metal. And then you get the guys who are complete jackasses, elitists, who are sitting there like, well, you're wearing a band shirt. Let's go with a band that usually people don't pose with, because I know people pose with like Metallica and Nirvana. I've seen people do it with Poison and Ham too. So say they're wearing a Revenge shirt, right? and you walk up to them and go, fine, if you like Revenge so much, tell me every album. I'm a guy. I love Revenge. I can't tell you every album. I'm not an encyclopedia. I mean, I have quite a lot of knowledge, and I know my favorite albums by bands, and my favorite by them is, what is it? The whole Total Rejection. I had to remember the album name. See, that's how, I don't have everything memorized. Sure, you get people like that, but trust me, elitists usually go after everybody. If you're an elitist only targeting women, you're a sexist asshole. So, women's reaction to metalhead men. You either get women who fear them, and I'm talking like outsiders, not like, right now I'm talking outsiders, not other guys from or other women who are metalheads. You get them where they fear it. It's like they fear these stigmas, these common things said like, you know, devil worship and drugs, alcohol, and problems, you know. No. You get those, and you don't get women talking to you that much, so it's... For metal, it partially is a sacrifice. You're going to be sacrificing friends, possible family, and relationships. You won't find relationships easy, which is actually a good thing, in my eyes. Because the less likely you are to find a relationship, the more likely you are to find somebody who loves you for who you are, and they're more likely to be loyal to you. Unlike my ex, which I've made an entire video about that. I don't want to get into that here, it pisses me off. But you get the girls who fear it. Women's reaction, metalhead women, they either look at them like you're a complete moron because they are acting like a moron, or you get them where they're like, that's the only guy they're attracted to. Which, for a woman getting a metalhead guy, is a lot easier than a guy getting a metalhead woman. The reason I say that is because in some certain scenes, there's a lot more men than women. I'm not trying to be sexist, I'm just trying to say that that's a commonality. I'm saying it based off statistics. Not to say that there isn't metalhead women out there, I know at least one. So, I think I know a few just based on Instagram. But, do I talk to them? No, but I talk to a few people, that's about it. Because I don't talk that often, I don't talk to people. I'm very, I'm selectively social, as it was so recently put to me. The person said it about themselves, and I was like, yeah, that kind of makes sense, that's kind of how I am. Alright, so that was my video, I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, turn the gray thumb blue with hypothermia, ring the red subscribe button if you like, turning it gray, ring the death bell, leave your epithet in the comments below. All music used is in the description, all links to my socials, including Bandcamp, where I make music, is down in the description below. And our recommended album is Invunche, and it's 2. It's in Roman numerals 2. I would suggest checking it out. It was a pretty good black metal album that I listened to the other day, and I thought it was pretty good. I have another album recommended. I have another album waiting up here because it's sticking with me. It's a really, really hit album. I would suggest you check this out, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.